NBA season awards. What were you saying for the NBA season awards, Jess?
NBA season award. I mean, it's been an up and down season with everything going on, the virus and everything. You know, the season stopping. But in terms of the season, it's been a great season, and I think it's been a great season. And to start off with the MVP, with my choice.
Sorry, before we even get down, because obviously the NBA has released the three finalists for each of the categories. So being MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, and Rookie of the Year. So, alright, cool. So who are you jacking for MVP?
MVP, I mean, I got an explanation for this one. Based on the way the NBA is determined, I will have to say Giannis for this one. Because obviously, in my opinion, my personal MVP is LeBron, isn't it? LeBron, knowing that obviously everything he's done playing, you know, building the Lakers the first seed, the Western Conference, I'll have to say Giannis for this one. But LeBron picked it up a bit too late, so definitely for me it's Giannis.
Nah, I feel it. But I mean, I don't know, you might say I'm biased or whatnot, but...
I'm going to say Bron, innit? I'm going to say Bron.
Bro, I gotta go with Bron. I mean, he's still the best player in the league in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's led the Lakers to the #1 seed in a more difficult conference.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, in his 17th year, he's leading the league in assists. I mean, and the Lakers haven't been in the playoffs since, what, 2013.
Exactly.
In terms of just restoring the Laker brand, I think that counts for something in itself. But, no, I mean, we'll move on from that one. Who you taking for Defensive Player of the Year?
Defensive Player of the Year, I mean, I don't want to have to be, you know, I'll have to be a bit rude with this. I have to snub AD on this one. But I'm going to have to go with Giannis. Based on, obviously, his team success this year, being first in defensive rating, obviously, you know, having 9.6 estimate points scored on him per 100 possessions. But I have to say AD's quite close because he's averaging, what, like 1 point something, what is it exactly? It's exactly 1.5 steals per game, which is very good for a forward there.
And
obviously 2.4 blocks per game, so that's quite a lot. And obviously he's helped the Lakers get to the second defensive rating. So AD's quite close, but I have to go Giannis though. Giannis for me. What about you? Who do you think? Who's your pick?
Who am I jacking? See, this one, I think it's who, like, what pick you're taking, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, we can admit right now, the top 3 defensive players in the league, and these are the finalists, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, and Giannis. Obviously, Giannis has been great on defense this year. You know, he's been guarding 1-3-5, but when we just think about his defense, I think his team defense counts for a lot as well.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not the only defensive candidate on his team. You know, they've got Brook Lopez on there as well. You know, he's tough on defense.
He's tough on defense. People sleep on him for that.
People sleep on him, bro.
I mean, Brook Lopez,
I think he even leads he doesn't lead he's probably second on their team in blocks. And I think he's up there nearly 2 blocks per game, if not 2. So.
I mean, the Bucks got a good defensive team in overall, but people do sleep on Lopez. And know that they sleep on the fact that he used to be a problem with the Nets, remember?
Yeah, he was a problem. Back then he was an all-star, so that's what I'm saying. That's the thing about the league, though. The league is so fast, like, you can get left behind and set. Like, that's the thing about the league. It's so fast, I don't wait for no one, because every year you got new stars coming in, so on and so forth. Just talking about new stars, let's just move on. Let's talk about the Rookie of the Year. How are you feeling about this year's rookies? Before we even dive into
this year's rookies, I feel like...
How are you feeling about this rookie class? You know, we've had Zion...
Compared to that previous class,
yeah,
I feel like this class has been a good class. Not a great class, but it's been a good class. I mean, we had Zion that came in a bit late. Ja Morant's flourished throughout the season. And obviously we're getting guys now that are stepping out in great, obviously like Cam Johnson and all these guys. But I'll have to say, for Rookie of the Year for me, I have to say Ja Morant, and it's going to be an easy choice for that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for you as well.
That one, we can't even argue with that one. Ja Morant has been tough this year.
Zion Williamson only playing 21 games as well. Not really much games, so...
Zion came on late, so... Yeah. I mean, I don't know if them giving him the Rookie of the Year would even be a fair deal. I mean, if he was to win Rookie of the Year, I think that would just be like people on a hype train, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, Ja came in and straight away, you know, he was leading a team that wasn't even expected to make the playoffs. I think they were expected to be the 29th ranked team in the preseason. So coming in as a rookie, first year player, to be able to lead the Memphis Grizzlies, and that team was going through a rebuild when they traded away Marc Gasol. traded away. What's their guard? What's their guard's name?
From with the Grizzlies.
Yeah, the guard.
Mike Conley. Yeah, they got rid of him. He was
Mike
a big
Conley,
factor for
exactly.
them,
He's those
big
two are
factor.
basically the cornerstones of their franchise.
Yeah.
They got traded away. So what are they left with? So for Ja Morant to come in straight away and just be a building block piece for their team, that's major.
I agree.
And it's tough to stand out in the NBA because all the players are talented.
Yeah.
Everyone's talented in the league, so it's hard to come in and make a statement, but that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
So
100%. I agree.
Ja Morant, I thought he should probably be the, what would you call it? The unanimous rookie of the year.
Yeah.
It should be unanimous. Like there should be no votes against it.
It just, the hype that they have around Zion.
The hype is crazy.
The league is a lot. Like,
Bro, they got that boy on the 2K cover already.
Already, bro. Like,
already.
And we've already spoke about that. Like the fact that this guy, like, no disrespect to Zion. Zion's
a good player. That's the thing.
He's gonna be an amazing player, but the fact that he just played 21 games and they put him on the 2K cover, it just like how can I explain it?
It's not even. Hey, let's take a second to take in the disrespect. It's not even that he's just on the 2K cover. He's on the next gen cover.
Next gen.
The PS5.
And who did they disrespect?
They got Dame on the cover for current gen, which is what PlayStation 4. But we're about to transition
to
PlayStation 5. So hey,
but big up Zion.
Shout out to 2K on that one. Still, shout out to 2K on that one. You know,
100.
We're wishing nothing but success with Zion. Alright, cool. Let's move on to the bubble. How are you feeling about the bubble?
The bubble.
Thus far, because basically the bubble is basically rounding. It's coming up to an end now.
Yeah,
so
basically. Yeah.
This whole little bubble experience. Because just think about it, bro. The league ended in March.
Yeah.
So since March up until late July, bro, we've been starved of NBA basketball.
We've been waiting for basketball.
We've been starved.
I mean, the bubbles. It's been a good run so far. There's been a lot of players that came out. Been balling out. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing I got to say about the bubble. Like a lot of players came out and got to make statements.
Yeah, some people were actually working during. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was going on.
I agree with that. I don't think it's only just a combination of work though. I think it's just the environment. Just on a, like, because if you think about it, no fans.
Yeah.
So there's minimal distractions.
Yeah.
The reason why they say fans are so important is because your role players aren't really gonna stand out on the road when the crowd is going crazy and that kind of thing. But when you got no fans, bro, everyone's talented in the league.
Exactly.
It's a mental game. When you've got that aspect of the game that's been taken away, bro, people can ball out.
Exactly. But speaking of the bubble though, what was your take on obviously the bubble first team? The NBA just announced that they're having a bubble first team, a bubble MVP.
You're right.
What's your personal take on that? Like, how do you feel towards that one?
Alright, cool. Before we even just get into that, I feel like it's a bit stupid, bro.
I was about to say the same thing. Like literally.
I feel like it's stupid. Like, what are we actually doing?
What are we doing with
what
that?
What are we talking about?
What are we doing with that?
Bubble awards.
Personally, like I see it like the NBA is trying to move like the bubble's a new season when it's not really
That's
new
what
season.
they're doing. That's what they're doing. It's just a continuation.
It's just a continuation. I'm saying, and another thing with the bubble MVP and all this, like, let's put in the category. Imagine the bubble. Adam Silver organizes something where he wants all the MVPs of the obviously NBA history. Let's say Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, all the big guys, LeBron even. Let's say he has a conference and he has a bubble MVP there. Won't that make him look stupid having a bubble MVP? You know what I'm saying? Categorized with all the big MVPs.
Facts. So what's the bubble MVP gonna actually mean? What's it gonna mean? Like,
I don't know why the NBA had this idea to bring out the bubble MVP and all that, but
who actually, if you had to pick, who
with me,
MVP?
I think it's quite of a close one, but I have to go Dame. Dame has been balling out.
It's Dame, bro.
The 50 points, the 61.
It's Dame. That boy's been going crazy.
But Devin Booker's been balling as well.
To heat praise on Dame, we ain't got to take nothing from Devin Booker.
Definitely.
I mean, he came in the bubble and him and the Suns are gone on an 8-0 run.
Yeah.
They're the only team to go undefeated in the bubble. Shout out to the Suns. At first, people just thought that they were just a disjointed team that were just basically they were never gonna make sense.
Exactly, yeah.
But big props to them, big props to management. They've really got something going on down there. Also, shout out to Coach Monty Williams. He's got them boys hooping.
He's got them hooping still.
And it's not like they're just beating just like some scrubs. Like, bro, they're beating the Clippers. They're beating the Sixers.
They're 8-0 for a reason, man. They didn't lose a game for a reason.
They ain't lost a game in the bubble. Like, that's tough. That's tough. So, I mean, shout out to Devin Booker, but Dame's put Portland on his back. Yeah. He's put Portland on his back. And he's carried them to the playoffs. Bro. Yeah, they're currently sitting in the 8th seed right now, so they're controlling their destiny now. Yeah. Deeper, they've taken Memphis out of their previous position. They have. So it's like, it's got to be Dame. Dame's averaging 37 points. He's averaging 8, 9 assists in the bubble, like
literally. But how I saw it as well is like, if the Suns finished in 8th seed, then Booker would have deserved it.
Oh, facts. Like
the fact that he's led obviously average Suns team coming out the regular season to an 8-0 Suns team that's making the playoffs. Like, let's be real, like they didn't really have, like the Spurs, they didn't really have as much intentions to really make the playoffs like the Blazers and the Grizzlies. I'm saying, because before the whole bubble, the hype was around Blazers and Grizzlies making the playoffs, not really the Suns or the Spurs. And the fact that the Suns were so close, I mean, if they made it 8th place, definitely. If
that's that one there, I can't discount it. But I mean, for the simple fact, that's exactly why Dame would be the MVP. Yeah. Not only that, just the performance he's been putting up has been crazy, bro. Like, crazy. Alright, cool. Just quickly then, if we were to have like a first team bubble team, so first team meaning the best starting 5 players in the bubble. Who you picking? I want to see who you're picking.
Ooh. I mean, it's quite easy with that one. Quite easy in terms of the guards. The guards, my point guard, I have to go Dame and Devin, as we just said. Them two have been balling out the whole of the bubble. They've been like the face of the bubble. Dame a little 61, Devin Booker, so many 30-point games, back-to-back 30s, full 30-point games to be exact. And then I'll have to go Luka Doncic as well. He's really been balling out, doing his thing. Another player as well that we're going to have in mind, TJ Warren. You can't really sleep on him. I have to add him on that one. And then as a centre, as my big, I'll have to go Giannis. For sure.
That's tough. Alright, cool. So I went Devin Booker, I went Dame as well, and then I went TJ Warren.
TJ Warren's been
instead of Luka though, I had Harden, bro.
Oh, Harden.
Harden's been going off.
He's been balling
quietly though. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's like, bro, Harden is so tough and he gets slept on.
You know what I'm saying? But he gets slept on.
What's actually going on?
It's just the fact that Harden, he be doing it consistently, so we're used to seeing that.
That shouldn't go against him though. That shouldn't go against him.
I understand, but Luka, what he's done with the Mavs, he's obviously flourished. He's helped Porzingis flourish as well. Porzingis is literally...
I wouldn't say he's helped him flourish, bro. Porzingis is his own player before Luka came along. He's his own player, so...
Okay, not including Porzingis, the other team as well. Like in the Trey Burks.
Oh, the team. Yeah. I can agree with you in terms of the team. Like, he is the leader of the team, so...
Yeah. But Harden, as you said, as I said, Harden's been, doing it on a regular, so obviously having Harden there, you know what I'm saying, people will be used to seeing Harden on this type of first team awards. But yeah, definitely Luka for me. But yeah, that's for me.
Let's talk about the Blazers, let's talk about the rise of the Blazers.
The rise of the Blazers.
Let's talk about the rise of the Blazers. So, obviously, coming into the bubble, I think they were, where were they? They were 9th or 10th?
Yeah.
I think they were 10th.
They were 10th, I think.
They were 10th, yeah, because I remember they were behind the Pelicans.
I think they signed Melo, then they started...
No, I'm talking about going into the bubble. Going into the bubble. I think they were 10th position behind the New Orleans Pelicans. But obviously, the Pelicans dropped out. They got knocked out of the playoffs. Yeah. Portland fought their way, and bro, now they're in the 8th seed right now.
Yeah, they've been balling.
So that means, essentially, they've locked in the 8th seed. But obviously, Memphis are the 9th seed, so coming up in just a few days, they've got the playing games. Yeah. I mean, Dame's proven to us time and time again. He's a clutch player.
Dame.
When it gets time to like the highest pressure moments, he delivers, and that's what he's done. He came out clutch. Yeah. He proved the doubters wrong.
All the time, Dame
proved the doubters wrong.
The fact that Dame Lillard, especially even recently, like with the doubt of the Clippers.
Hey, let's actually stop and talk about the Clippers for a hot second. What was actually going on?
I think the Clippers were just trying to get in Dame's head. Like, they were Pat Bev not being in the game, knowing how Pat Bev is.
No, but that's... Oh, I'm getting mad. The disrespect. Like, Pat Bev, I understand, like, for a role player, he fills this role exactly. You can't be giving Dame chat.
You can't be
giving him chat. PG, I love Paul George. Let's not get this wrong. I love Paul George, but Paul George, you got knocked fuck out of the playoffs.
Same thing with Pat Bev. Pat Bev got
both of them got home. Bro, Dame, he said it.
Like Dame said, yeah, he just said it, but
he was even sugarcoating it. He said in the interview, he said them lot laughing at him because he normally delivers in them situations because he missed those 2 free throws to clinch the game to tie the game up. He said them lot laughing at him. He said them 2 laughing is a sign of respect.
Respect, isn't it, for him, yeah.
It's not a sign of respect. He's just trying to sugarcoat it for the media. We both know what that means. He's supposed to be telling them to shut the fuck up.
Literally.
Bro, Paul George can't chat. And Paul George is a nice player, bro. Nice.
Paul George is a great player. Very great player. But it's just the fact that these guys,
because Paul George ain't done nothing in this league.
Nothing.
He ain't done nothing.
Nothing. No ring.
No rings, no... He ain't been out the first round since 2014.
Since 2014.
What are we actually talking about? It's 2020.
That's a long time.
It's 2020, so what are we actually talking about?
But these guys, they really wanted to get in Dame's head, and you can see it throughout the game. Pat Bev just screaming at Dame, you know what I'm saying?
Screaming from the bench.
Literally, they know that Dame is a threat. That's why they're moving like that, you know what I'm saying?
He's a threat.
He's a threat. And as he said he sent them home, so...
Well, he's setting them boys home.
Oh, man.
I mean, for one player to have 2 knockout shots to end the series, but I think there's 6 in NBA history. Yeah. He has 2 of them.
He has 2 of them, yeah.
That's crazy. So, hey, shout out to Dame
Dame
Dollar, proving the doubters wrong yet again. You know, bro, he does this. He does this. Look, in the 2 games just right after he missed those 2 free throws and lost the game to the Clippers, bro, he averaged 56 points.
Wow,
56 points in 2 games on 55% field goal shooting. So he's basically making more than half of his shots.
He's been balling, man.
Shooting nearly 45% from the 3-point line. Yeah. And in those 2 fourth quarters in the 2 games after that loss, he had 40 points in the fourth quarter in those 2 games.
It's crazy.
Shout out to Dame again, because... Shout out to Dame. What more can I say? He had 51 on the Sixers. Yeah. I mean, people want to try and downplay it, say Ben Simmons wasn't there. And obviously, Joel Embiid left the game early as well. Yeah. He left in the first quarter. But, I mean, players are in the NBA for a reason. So if you're out there, you got to play the game.
You got to step up. You got to step up in the big games.
He had 51 on their heads. And then again, he had 61 on the Mavs. So what are we really talking about here? I mean, that's one thing we're even just going to dive into right now. Because the doubters, Paul George, Pat Beverly, Skip Bayless, they all just got a mouthful.
Skip Bayless, yeah. He was another one, yeah.
Skip Bayless.
He was another one. I mean,
let's not even dive in and talk about him, because I'm really just going to go and get mad.
He's another one, man. He's another one. But Dame, he's done a good job to prove the doubters wrong. Obviously, been balling out 60 points, as you said, 50 back to back. You know, Dame's
even in the last game, he had, what did he have, 44?
44, yeah.
44.
Carry them past the Nets, isn't it?
Carry them past the Nets. That boy is tough.
He put the team on his back, literally. That's what
that boy is tough. You see his reaction at the end of the game?
Yeah, man.
He was, that was
you even see what that guy was saying when he said, I don't care if Michael Jordan's there. I want you to stay with fucking Dame when he gets past that fucking half court. That's how much of a problem he is.
That shot he made from half court, but that's how you have to guard him.
Yeah.
Dame can score in all 3 levels. He can drive to the paint. He can shoot from the mid-range. Yeah. He can shoot from the... Forget the 3-point line. You can shoot from the parking lot.
The parking
lot. You can shoot from the car park, bro.
From behind half court, you could probably shoot from there.
One dribble in, half court pull up. He's hitting that. So what are we actually talking about? Let's just even dive into the playoffs. Let's look at a couple of the matchups. So let's just say hypothetically, let's say the Portland make the 8th seed.
Oh yeah.
Let's say they make the 8th seed.
They'll get the Lakers.
They'll get the Lakers in the first round. So obviously we've got LeBron James and Anthony Davis with the Los Angeles Lakers at the number 1 seed. They potentially might face the Portland Trailblazers. How do you think that series is going to turn out? Because one thing I don't want people to get misconstrued is that Portland might be the 8th seed. They're not an 8th seed team.
Nah, not really.
They're not an 8th seed team. So how do you feel about Portland's chances?
Honestly, Portland, they have good depth. Let's see, like Portland have good.
Let's
depth.
break down their team. So yeah, they got depth.
They got good depth. They got like Nurkic, he's back. Melo's playing, his game.
Nurkic is back and playing well.
Playing well, like
playing well. He shocked me. And the thing is, he's bigger than I expected him to be. So I know. Coming down to obviously he can't guard AD, but he's gonna bang with him.
He's gonna bang with him.
He's gonna bang with AD.
I think the whole point of this series, if the Lakers want to dominate the series, they have to slow down Dame. And the question is, who's going to slow down Dame?
Yeah, you can't slow him down.
You know what I'm saying? Who's really going to slow down Dame? Yeah. Like, losing Avery Bradley was a big piece for the Lakers. Because now they have to put, probably a Danny Green or someone like
Danny Green he's been
he's been, oh man.
The past couple of games, he's been weak, man.
I've nothing against Danny Green, but I've always said that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Danny Green, but come on now, like.
Yeah,
you're a veteran player. He's not knocking down shots. Bro, this is with the Lakers. It's title or bust. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for anything else, bro. We're not talking about Western Conference Finals, NBA Finals, bro. Yeah. If we don't win the championship, this season is a loss for us.
Danny Green, I think like his career was last good when he was in the Spurs, isn't it? 2014. You remember he was putting numbers against the Heat.
He was nice.
He was nice there, but from there, like even with the Raptors. That was more Kawhi's team, but Danny Green was making a couple shots, not big shots, but a couple shots there, I'm saying.
He was making timely shots.
Yeah, timely shots, I'm saying. And it's the same thing that's going on now. So that's how Danny Green is as a player, but honestly, that series...
Coming from the perspective of someone who's like, I'm a Laker fan.
Yeah. We can see by that.
I got that jacket on. They already know what's going on. But nah, like... These past bubble games, I'm not gonna try and pay too much attention to it because at the end of the day, us Lakers, we ain't got nothing to play for in the bubble. We've already clinched the #1 seed. We got to rest our guys and get ready for the playoffs. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you wanna be ready going into the playoffs. You wanna have, good rhythm, good rotations. You wanna have your players playing well going into the playoffs, and we haven't been playing well. Yeah, that's what's been worrying. Exactly. We haven't been playing well, so.
But I feel like you guys are gonna step it up when it really matters. Like right now, it's more like you guys are just chilling. Like the Bucks, the Bucks are the same thing. They're losing to the Nets. They're losing to all these big teams. But Bron, he knows when it matters. AD, he knows when it matters. These guys know when it comes down between the lines, when it's the playoffs. That's when we're playing our game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's why I feel like I don't have no doubt on the Lakers. I feel like they're gonna with a series against the Portland.
How many games is that gonna go? You reckon?
6 games max.
So who you taking for that series?
Lakers 4-2.
Lakers in 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, I'm just going off...
You're not confident with Lakers now?
I'm confident, but just going off how we've been playing.
Yeah.
Because it's not just that we haven't been playing well, it's how we haven't been playing well.
Yeah. We
ain't been knocking down shots. Like, in the bubble, we're the worst three-point shooting team.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, I don't even know what he's done. And AD, like... You've got to just dominate these boys.
Yeah.
He's dropping less than 20 points in some of these games. Less than 15.
You don't feel like he's going to pick up where it matters, though? That's the question.
But why is he not doing... These are games, bro.
Yeah.
These are games. What's going on?
You have a point.
Coming in and dropping 11 points.
Yeah. That's
not acceptable.
Someone like AD's kind.
He's a top 5, top 6 player in the league. Like, we need more than that. But I do agree, I think Portland can push them to 6, maybe 7 games. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to take the Lakers. What other matchups have you got in the first round?
OKC and Houston. For me, I feel like that's going to be a good one still. OKC, obviously having CP that just left the Houston, he's going to know a lot about the Rockets, innit? But another piece for the Rockets, I feel like that's going to affect them is the fact that Westbrook's out.
Yeah.
Westbrook's not going to be playing.
Shout out to the Brody.
Yeah, shout out to the Brody.
Shout out to the Brody. He's injured. That's tough.
That's your player, man.
Talk about timing.
Talk about timing, innit?
Talk about timing.
How can you get injured now, at all times? But
nah, get well soon, Brody.
For me personally, I feel like it depends when Westbrook comes back. If Westbrook comes back sooner, the series will be quite even, actually no, it'll be kind of in the Rockets' side.
We're running away with that.
Rockets will run away with that, yeah.
Run away with
that.
If anything, but I reckon the Rockets will beat out OKC. The only thing is OKC are not a bad team. Yeah. Well coached. They got a nice player in Shai Gilgeous, and then CP3 is, he's playing as well as he's ever played. And he's really orchestrating. He's controlling games. That's what he's really doing.
He's their leader. He's a great leader for them.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see, but I reckon the Rockets will play out.
How many games?
5 or 6 games, I reckon.
5 or 6 games?
Yeah, 5 or 6 games.
I feel like it'll go to 6 as well. Rockets and 6.
If we just head over to the Eastern Conference now to look at a couple of the first round matchups, what are we seeing from the East? Who are we seeing from the East?
Ooh, a good matchup that I like in the East is Boston and Philly. That seems like a good matchup. But
Boston and Philly.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. That's a very good matchup. That's a very good one. But the thing that's costing the Sixers for me is the fact that Ben Simmons is out. So we're going to have to see Embiid being a dominant player, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. That's the only thing I kind of have my worries when it comes to the Sixers.
Yeah.
We all know what Joel Embiid is capable of. At his best, he's the best big man in the game. He's the best.
Yeah.
But he's just too inconsistent. Like I don't know what I'm going to get from him. In terms of other superstars, I know every night James Harden goes out on the floor, I know I'm getting...
Buckets,
I know what I'm getting.
Getting buckets.
Every time Damian Lillard steps onto the court, I know I'm getting a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Joel Embiid, he might be struggling with his, I don't know, some injuries his tummy, something stupid like that. I just don't know what to expect from that guy.
Yeah.
I just don't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I've still got the Celtics taking them out in the 6 or 7 games because I mean, look at Jason Tatum,
their wing players.
Look at Jaylen Brown. Look at Kemba.
Exactly.
Look at Gordon Hayward. Look at Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of weapons.
That's
so I
too
reckon
much depth for the Clippers.
it's too much. And then company that with Ben Simmons being out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben Simmons again.
Yeah.
Injury. There's been a lot of untimely injuries in the bubble.
During the bubble, innit? I literally don't know what's going on there. But for that one, how many games do you think
Yeah, like I said, 6 or 7 games, I reckon. Because if
6.
Joel Embiid can be dominant, he could push them 6 or 7 games. But I just reckon the dominance of Tatum and Brown
is too much.
Let's remember that they have been to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think they understand the moment.
Yeah.
They understand when them as players who are trying to make a name for themselves in the league, they know when they're going to need to step it up. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, who else are we looking at in the East? We're looking at Miami and the Pacers.
Miami and Pacers, that's a good one.
Miami and Indiana.
Not really a hyped one, obviously, in the East. Obviously, everyone's going to be looking at, obviously, the matchup between Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren.
Facts. That's really the matchup we're looking for.
Yeah, but in my opinion, obviously, I'm a Heat fan. You know this. I'm a Heat fan.
Yeah.
I'm confident in my team. I'll say we're going to have a 4-2 win. Game. Yeah.
I think it might go 7, though.
You think
Pacers
7?
are tough, yes. Pacers are tough.
Pacers need to... They got TJ Warren. They haven't got Sabonis. That's a big one for them.
No, they haven't. But they have got...
Bogdan.
No, what's his name? The big man. Miles?
Miles Turner, yeah.
Miles Turner. They still got Miles, so...
But Sabonis was different level compared to Miles Turner. He was an all-star, you know what I'm saying? He was finding his rhythm. And obviously, Oladipo as well. If he doesn't find his rhythm, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, the Pacers will get as far to 7, as you're saying, as obviously me compared, I'm going to 6 in it. But me personally, I feel like the Heat's defense will be too much for the Pacers, and you know what I'm saying, they'll take us to, you know what I'm saying, the next round of the East. But yeah. You got in that one. You probably got the Pacers on that.
I mean, nah, I ain't trying to count out the Miami Heat because I know what Jimmy Butler and them boys are capable of. But I'm not gonna discount the Pacers as just a pushover team.
Yeah,
they're a good team, well coached. Shout out to Nate McMillan.
He's a great coach.
He just got his extension with that team. So yeah, shout out to him. He got paid.
Great coach.
They're just a good team, bro.
Yeah.
Well coached. And they got a lot to come at you with.
Yeah.
TJ Warren can go off for 50 any given night, and people are forgetting Oladipo's still there. Obviously, he's still trying to find his feet coming off injury, but
that's the thing, though. Do you think TJ Warren will be stepping up like that in the playoffs? I think the Heat will, obviously, Jimmy Butler being on TJ Warren and what we saw before with the matchup in the bubble, he wasn't really finding his rhythm against the Heat. We made him the player he was, like, obviously before the bubble. I'm saying averaging.
You said we made him the player that he was.
Averaging 15 to 20.
You're saying Miami made him the player that he is.
I mean, he scored 12 points on us.
Hey, I'm not gonna take nothing away from Miami.
If Miami Heat make him the player that he was, then we definitely got the series. I won't see it going to 7, but yeah, definitely for that.
Alright, cool. Let's move on from that. Give me your East and West Finals predictions. Who are we seeing in the East Finals? Who are we seeing in the West Finals?
East Finals, I have to go with the Bucks and the Raptors with me.
The Bucks and the Raptors.
Yeah, that would be a great matchup. Obviously, repeat of last year. You know what I'm saying? Some vengeance for Giannis. I would like to see that one in the East Finals for sure.
Okay, who I got in the East? I got the Celtics.
Ooh, the Celtics.
I got the Celtics and I got the Bucks in the East Finals.
So you think the Celtics are gonna run over the Raptors?
I ain't say they're gonna run over, but I got the Celtics.
Ooh, that's a tough pick. That's a tough pick.
I mean, they on both sides, it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
They got kind of the same type of players.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if because both teams have got experience. Obviously, the Raptors having more winning a championship, but Celtics have made deep runs in the playoffs. So we'll see if experience is going to be a big factor, which it always is. But I mean, we'll see. We're in the bubble, so it's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got the Celtics.
It's going to be a tough matchup though.
Coming out of the
East,
coming out of the East, I've still got the Bucks.
The Bucks?
Yeah, I got the Bucks coming
I
out.
got the Bucks.
Who you got coming out?
I got the Bucks.
So for you, the Raptors are not beating the Bucks?
No, they're not beating the Bucks. I think Giannis, as I said, Giannis has a lot of vengeance going into that game. I mean, the Raptors have got the defense. They got the big bodies. They got Siakam. They got the Marc Gasol.
You don't think Siakam is hungry himself?
He's hungry himself. I mean, the Raptors know what it takes to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? That team knows what it takes to win a championship. But I feel like Giannis just has that edge over them. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna take the Bucks to the finals. And obviously, the Bucks with their record and everything with the regular season. I know it's a different thing to the playoffs, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like Giannis just has the edge on that one. So.
No, I can't lie. I'm a fan of Giannis. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. All right, cool. Let's head over to the Western Conference.
The West is a tight one. This is a tight one.
It's very tight. Very tight. You know, this was so crazy. I think if any year, like, for the Blazers to try and win a championship, I think this is their year.
You think so? Yeah?
I'm not picking that. Obviously, I'm going with the Lakers. Like,
so you feel like
this? About.
So you feel like this is like the Blazers'
this is their best chance.
Team.
Yeah, best team, definitely. This team's better than last year's team.
They are.
This team is better than last year's team. If they had this team last year, I reckon they get to the finals.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely.
Because
they didn't have Melo. Melo's coming in and giving you 25.
Yeah.
Last year against the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, they were getting swept.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is a different team. Like, they got everyone back healthy, but nah. Back to our predictions. Who we got in the West Finals?
West Finals, the matchup that everyone wants to see.
What does everyone want to see? Lakers, Clippers.
Lakers and Clippers. But
Lakers, Clippers.
With that one
So who's coming out?
It's a hard one to pick with that one. Like, obviously, with the Clippers, knowing that they're getting Montrez, Lou Will, Pat Bev's gonna be back, and obviously beating Kawhi in a 7-game series. That's
beating LeBron in a 7-game series.
I know LeBron as well. I'm not doubting LeBron, but beating Kawhi.
Let's put some respect on the king.
Yeah, we got.
We're talking about the king right now. Let's put some respect on the king.
The GOAT,
the king. He said the GOAT, but they don't want to have that conversation.
We don't want to have that conversation.
They don't want to have that conversation. Nah, go ahead.
But knowing that, obviously the Clippers have so much depth on the team. Montrez, Lou Will, Pat Bev gonna be back. It's gonna be quite hard for the Lakers, but obviously the Lakers do have a good depth as well. They have a good team as well. Obviously, it depends if AD and LeBron step up. If they step up,
it depends. We know what they're gonna give us.
You think? Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna give us.
We'll see in it.
We'll
see in the playoffs.
Whoa.